What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm sorry for the delay, but we are going to be bringing you Dignitas up against InFamouS. You guys demanded a better game, and I have brought it. This is going to be a real tough one, actually. I'm excited to see where this goes. Dignitas are a team who haven't actually been doing too well recently. A lot of people suggesting that Dignitas have got the potential, but perhaps aren't really demonstrating that right now in these online cups. But they're up against InFamouS, a team who really can be amazing. They were very good early in the game, lost to FamouS, recovering from that crippling blow because they are such an aggressive team. They will be up in their grill, and I'm excited to bring you this one. As always, though, guys, I am Machine. I'm going to get this right this time. That's me. And I believe we're on the 5-second countdown. So let's jump straight into game and see what these two teams are going to bring today. Let's have a look. What on earth they've got for us. Make sure you can't see that. And we are underway. Let's see what they are doing. So right now, off the bat, we're going to see an AC hold immediately for Team Dignitas. Oh, I need to do that. So, off the bat, Dignitas. Looking a bit shaky. Coming around the back, though, it's going to be frantic. Very smart play from him. As 148 to 146 already. So, that BC hold is going to be ticking away right off from the get-go right now. Frantic. Looking to open up that C site. Does so. For a second as well, looking to lay down the law. Doesn't quite need to, though. Wale was there for his teammate. Nice play in the meantime from InFamouS. They're managing to secure that C flag, looking to keep hold of A as well. A can be a tough one to keep hold of, but they managed to do it. The aggression from Sneaky was not successful. In the meantime, let's see what Wale's got for us. I think the spot's going to make it easy for him to take him down. Doesn't manage quite to connect the shots. He can't quite see enough, really. Only see the tip of the enemy's head. Right now, these teams seem pretty evenly matched. Rocket's going to open up his environment, but he's not going to go down. Actually, managing to get the spot and the support from Walo in this upper area. What on earth is Tony's plan here? In kind of a mirror image position, he's going to try and keep that B site under his control. But right now, Dignitas have secured it. They've got that BC hold they've been looking for. Tony's in a position to question it, though. But he's going to get caught right now, frantic with the CZ is just running around behind enemy lines, and it's going to cost him his life. As now, yet again, we're going to see an offense towards A. Who's the man behind the plan? It's going to be Jerk, actually sitting on the roof. I thought he was going to be heading towards the site. Instead, gets the spot, hits that prone key, and is actually going to be trying to take down the defensive player on A from a distance. Doesn't want to get too close in quarters. Doesn't need to with the weapon in hand. Meantime, though, it looks to be a bit of a bloodbath on C. Sneaky, the man, trying to defend it. He knows he could try and get the knife. Can't. The InFamouS Benny just picks up one of his team as well. Melisium are going down as well as Sneaky. And Frantic, you can see he's been constantly doing this, using the Engineer class to open up the site, putting down as much damage as he can, but he's going to pay with his life. Kremer with the defensive Ace 23 play. And in the meantime, a bit interesting positioning from Jarrett. Obviously, I haven't done a complete roster rundown. I should do that for you now, guys, just to make sure you know who is on either side. We do see Sneaky, Jerk, Drukeus, Frantic, and Walu. And over on InFamouS, we do see Tony, Kremer, Benny, Melisium, and Jera. So, interesting to see how this pays out. I don't think Jera's been there for too long. Playing for a different side prior to this. Right now, though, very level playing field. One ticket in it right now. I said these teams were going to be close, and right now, they are living up to their names. Dignitas, obviously a recognized name throughout the gaming scene. And InFamouS, a team who really, they've got a lot of people kind of perking their ears up. But when they hear that name, they know that InFamouS is a team that has potential. They're a team that can, time and time again, surprise, and that is a surprise. Melisium sees a rocket come straight towards his face. The glass just kind of keeps him safe for now, playing for the regen. He's going to continue, despite his entire cover being removed, trying to hold that spot. Frantic has other plans, though. In the meantime, that AB hold is actually lasting a little longer than I think InFamouS wanted. That's going to be a tough wall to break right now. Let's see what Jera can do in response to that for the InFamouS side. InFamouS, they know how many numbers can they throw at this. Are they going to be sending, you know, their entirety of their team towards B? Right now, those random respawns are going to kind of guide them, hand them that B site. Oh, and Benny, when you've got aim like that, it could quite come into reality. Who's there going to fill his shoes? It's going to be Dignitas. He's got the spot. Look, this is the Magnum player we try and see every single time. They know that when they can only see that head, the Magnum is the better bet. One shot, one kill. No luck, just skill. Dignitas, that's maybe why he should stick to the Magnum. Misses a full magazine, and that's going to perhaps force him to move up towards that site. You see it's already been neutralized, and now he's just got to get a wiggle on. Doesn't want to let the site slip away from him. He's going to be bobbing back and forth around that statue area. Going to try and recap now. Means his whereabouts are known. But in the meantime, that's kept them busy. I didn't even see it. InFamouS have managed to make a push for A. They've managed to keep hold of it, and that's going to be a tough one. And that's what they needed, really, is now this AC hold is going to stop that bleed. 93 to 84, so there was a small lead starting to creep ahead for Dignitas. And now, you can see that actually they're looking to close the gap almost entirely. 88 to 84 now. Jarrett roaming around, is going to try and play the hipfire game. Does actually lose out to Frantic. That CZ from Frantic is really working wonders for him at the moment. Gives him that maneuverability, gives him the mobility is really the word I'm looking for. But look how leveled these houses are. This is the map where you really do see Levolution. Paracel Storm, love it or hate it. Certainly can, you can change it to however you like it. Okay, you don't like Paracel Storm, that's fine, just completely destroy it. They've leveled it right now, and that's the handiwork. I believe it was Frantic, the man running around with the engineer class. So Dignitas chose to destroy B. They chose to completely open up this site as Dignitas struggles to mount that wall. See what Tony's got for us now as he's roaming for InFamouS. This B site really has been the focus of a lot of InFamouS players, but now, with it being under Dignitas control, perhaps they're going to turn their sights to C. Let's jump in and have a look. Benny just leaving A. Elysium's in a great position, managed to catch a crossover in that B area. The BC hold with Sneaky in a tight spot does go down. Wasn't going to last too long. Cut over to this assault now on Beach. Benny just playing it cool, and they can't really afford to. They want to stop this right now. BC hold for Dignitas is going to start ticking those ticks away. 20 already, very close to 20 tickets, especially if they continue to keep hold of B. See, Kremer is in the great position, great kills as well coming out from him too, with the ace 23 in the same amount of seconds. And Kremer's hungry for more. Looking to progress towards that C flag. Sorry, A flag, as he knows how important it can be. But look at that, Dignitas, that is the flexible Dignitas we know have the potential to perform. They straight away recognized that B was a little overcrowded and just pushed quite wisely over to the empty flag. This time it was A. 69 now to 47. That deficit's getting a little bit worryingly large, and now, especially if Dignitas can keep hold of B, they can't. We just see Walu disappear, courtesy of Benny. Benny was heavily tagged though, so he didn't go down without a fight. 69 tickets does just trickle away now to 67. Dignitas is in a great position. He can't take the shot. That's twice now we've seen him fluff his lines, and that is not great work there from the Dignitas player. Meantime, we can see from Jera's perspective, nades coming in, he's going to be able to just give that the run around, and the positioning was good, but the aim was not. Just finally go down to the AEK of Dignitas, and obviously the AEK does not do too well in the initial environment that Dignitas was in. A little too far away, was shooting from the hip. And that's actually not the wisest move, especially considering now that A site and the B site have just started flying the Dignitas flag. And now we'll see if InFamouS can go into damage control. They're already down 20 tickets or so in the first half of this first map, here in the round of 16. Both teams given a bye in the first half. First round, sorry. Tony trying to bring his teammate back from the grave, does just about manage it, but that isn't going to stop the fact that InFamouS cannot do anything to take this site. Right now, roaming around, they're trying to find an answer for this B site, and everything they try, Dignitas are shutting down, and this is a great defensive play from Dignitas. See if Frantic can pass the torch, see if he can keep hold of this site. Doesn't need to do too much more, only 14 tickets left, and out of nothing, Dignitas rise 50 tickets, they were so levelly matched, so close down. I think it was about 60 tickets where they started to separate, but that, I mean, that's 110 tickets where these teams did not, well, could not be separated. Right now, Dignitas, they brought it when it mattered. Great aim from Frantic is a prime reason because of that. That CZ, such an effective weapon. And it's that kind of mid-range, dangerous CZ where it really does come into its own. And that's going to be the end of the first half. 51 tickets now in favor of Dignitas on map number 1. And I mean, InFamouS are going to be kicking themselves now. They're not going to be too happy with that one. They're going to be grumpy goats because they started so strongly and Dignitas finally managed to pick themselves up, dust themselves down and work out exactly what they needed to do. And the answer, it turned out, was just camp at B. Stack the numbers, destroy, completely level it, and then that gives them the ability to sit back, much further back than they normally would. Obviously, those buildings are kind of very prime defensive and offensive positions, and instead of by removing them completely, they were able to sit further back over at the beach and defend B from a distance. And that was a really interesting play from Dignitas. It didn't work out as well as it could have. Obviously, we saw how long it took them to start maybe gaining a lead, but a 50 ticket lead is something that you can't be sniffed at. Not bad at all to carry over into the second half. So obviously, if you are new to watching competitive Battlefield, those 51 tickets are going to be in favor of Dignitas in the second half. So take that away from the tickets that InFamouS start with. InFamouS now on the US side, and Dignitas on the Chinese. Jump in to those squads, we can see what they're starting with, and oh my, I think we're going to see something exciting here. That is 3 engineer classes, all with their rocket launcher equipped. Are we going to see? I can only assume we are. Dignitas know it worked for them in the past. They're going to go for it again. They're going to simply level B. This is all I can assume we're going to see. We're going to take it from Sneaky's perspective this time. In fact, no, let's go with the man who started it last time, Frantic. Let's see where on earth this destruction takes them. From Frantic's perspective, he's going to aim straight up, trying to clear that building, and that's all you need to do. Jump over and see what Sneaky's going to do now, as he's going to be opening up. And look at this. This is strategy right now. Sneaky, by opening up that building, is going to pick up the frag. Melisium had no idea that what was once a wall had been completely destroyed. It takes a second with the ACW as well. And what a start for Sneaky. Jumping over. Seeing what Jera's got for us. He's like, they're in panic mode right now. It's been such a great start right now from Dignitas. They're going to pick up the A site as well, despite there being a swarm right now of InFamouS players. Melisium looking to take him down. He does go down. It was Wallow for Dignitas, but surely Dignitas are going to be either rotating to C or fighting tooth and nail to keep hold of this site. And actually, wow, those spawns are going to be a problem. Jera's managed to get all the way in on towards that site, and it's decision-making time now for Dignitas. Do we want A or B? They're caught in this horrible middle area. It's completely been destroyed, and they're not sure which site they need to push for. This is maybe a gap in their communication. Maybe it's a chink in their armor. Jerk does get the frag, but it's going to have to pay the heavy blood price. Playing for the regen is going to get it. And after such an interesting strategy, such a great start from Sneaky and his team, Jerk did just catch a glimpse of one there. It's actually looking pretty level. A and B hold now in the InFamouS hands. They're almost going to be squad wiped though. Tony, the only man left standing. Dignitas picking up the frags, and could be an issue now as Jerk is going to be taking that site back for Dignitas. Are we going to see a trip cap? I highly doubt it. InFamouS have swarmed over that C flag. They're kind of trying to make it as blue as possible, as quick as possible. And that's going to give Dignitas time though. It's going to see how this affects their play. Kremer from the InFamouS side is going to try and make some progress over towards this B flag. Let's see if he can opt for the building. And obviously there's no cover. He's got nowhere to hide. And Frantic, this roaming, horrible player right now. I mean, well, I say horrible. I mean, he's fantastic. He's horrible for the InFamouS side. They cannot answer. I'm going to jump on with him just because of the way he is playing. 6 for 1. He did exactly the same in the other half. He's going to get another one here. This CZ, this engineer class, is just deadly when you get within, 20 yards of him. And right now, he's just roaming around. He's heading for C now. He's set his sights on it, and I don't doubt he's going to get it. No one's there to question him. Team, I say no one's there to question him. They've all just spawned in, and InFamouS, they know they've got to find him. It's going to be Jera to try and take him down. Benny was the man to do it with the AEK. And I mean, the guy is just a constant presence. It's not fun right now for InFamouS because every time they think they have a site secure, they have to double check it. They have to check every possibility. They have to check if they can spawn, where they can spawn, because they know that if Frantic's there, they're gonna go down. And there's a prime example: 3 kills for Frantic. I was about to say Fnatic, for Frantic, and the tickets start bleeding. Well, continue to bleed. 96 to 134. Dignitas on that Chinese side. And a 9 for 2 Frantic with the Engineer class. You know, we don't see the Engineer class every time, but on the maps that we do, when players like Frantic have it, it's just a deadly, deadly weapon. Utility and aim. Look at this. Kremer falls, looking for the second as well. He gets it. Benny goes down. Just the sheer rate of fire gives me little FAMAS flashbacks. There's the third as well. This man cannot be stopped, or I tell a lie. He does go down to Tony's ace. But looks like Drakeus can't quite pick up where he left off. And they do see that B site go over to the InFamouS side. Benny has picked up the Engineer class, almost inspired by Frantic. Trying to clear out any remaining parts of this building. Still, fantastic start for Dignitas. That lead they currently hold, if they can bring it anywhere close now, close it down, close it in, then it's going to be a fantastic lead going in. Obviously, you have to consider that 51 tickets were secured by Dignitas in the first half, which means that InFamouS are even lower than it demonstrates there. 73 this half, 51 last, aim take it away. So it's machine maths time, but around 20 tickets left in the InFamouS bank. 113 though. See what Tony's got for us. They need to really pull something out fast if they want to try and wants a chance, even a chance, to secure this first half. Jerk is already on that flag. Not sure how he's getting away with this right now. Sneaky. Over on that C flag, Benny is on the prowl as well. This is something he needs to stop. Oh, and he can't do anything about it. The Magnum from Sneaky was all it took. And right now, this is pretty much game time. 67. Only a few tickets stand between InFamouS, Dignitas, and that first half. Or that first game win. Sneaky on the prowl. Is he going to go back? I think he's actually considering it. He is heading back towards B. They know that this is going to be GG for that first map. Map number 1 is going to come to a close with 100 tickets in Dignitas' bank. It's very, very strong play from them. Just watch that last ticket fall away.